Well, our national anthem concludes here this afternoon from Maple Mountain High School, where a change in location of this one was thrown on us earlier this afternoon with all that rain that went down. But it's high school baseball nonetheless here on Spanish Fork 17 and Spanish Fork 16. Today it's the Payson Lions and the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles. As this one was originally supposed to be played at Payson yesterday, it got rained out yesterday, and then it was supposed to be played again today at Payson, but they moved the location here today to Maple Mountain in hopes that tomorrow they'll be able to play down at Payson. But who knows, we might be back here tomorrow. Ryan Pickens and Freddie Woods with you. And Freddie, we saw this Maple Mountain team on Friday lose a tough one, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna find a team that wants to kind of erase that from the other game.
That's exactly right, Ryan. We talked a lot about adversity and how this team responds. Although they're very young, I think they're going to learn early on that none of these games are going to come easy, especially as they begin region play, and they have to learn how to dig themselves out of early deficits. We'll see if they can do that today and if they can avoid getting into a deficit early.
It's definitely going to be something to keep in mind here, because they have to try to, now games count. Now these games do count for something. You have an opportunity now where you're playing for a qualification for the state tournament, 4 spots out of Region 8 who will be matched up with teams out of Region 6. And so that's definitely something to kind of keep in mind as well. You want to finish preferably in those 1 or 2 spots and have an opportunity to play at home to open up the state playoffs coming up in May. Payson will wear the black tops and the gray pants this afternoon. Maple Mountain in the maroon tops and the white pants. We're set and ready to go. Tanner Manning, the shortstop for Payson, will stand in the box as Jeff Mack, the right-hander, will get the start today for Maple Mountain. The right-hander is going to get ready to go here, and we're just about set for baseball on a Wednesday afternoon here from Maple Mountain High School.
Tanner Manning here currently batting .594, if you can believe that.
First pitch swung on, popped up. Cade Polson going to give it a run out to left field. He's going to get the reaches up, and he makes the catch for the first out of the ball game. 1 pitch, 1 out. Not a bad way to start if you're Jeff Mack.
Beautiful day for a ball game today, although it's not warm weather, what we'd consider warm weather. It's a heck of a lot warmer than what these guys have been playing in, so I'm sure they're grateful for that.
So it's going to bring up Cal Ford, number 4, the second baseman, to stand in. He'll hit from the left side as well. We'll give you the Payson lineup here momentarily. Ready to go. The first pitch misses away. It's 1 ball and no strikes the count on Ford. Jeff Mack will work pretty quick on the mound here this afternoon. Ready to go once again. The wind, the delivery, the 1-0 swung on and missed. The count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. The sun peeks through here for the first time this afternoon as we're set. That one misses low. Cal moves to 2-1 here on Ford. The Payson lineup leading off will be the shortstop Tanner Manning. Cale Ford, the second baseman, will hit in the 2 spot. And then it will be the catcher Caden Armstrong hitting third. That pitch comes in, bounces in for a ball, and the count moves to 3-1 on Ford. So Ford should see a pretty good pitch here. Ready to go. The 3-1 pitch on its way is going to be rolled foul over past the coach in the first base coaching box, and the count runs full 3-2. Jayton Haveron, the first baseman, hits cleanup. Dylan Lutz, the third baseman, will hit in the 5 spot. Stetson Kay, the pitcher, hits 6th. Ryan Dustin in right field will bat 7. Hogan Thomas, the DH, hits 8th, and Pierce Hansen, the left fielder, will round out the order and bat 9th. That pitch misses, ball 4, and Payson's got their first base runner of the ball game.
Ford draws the walk, reaches first base. Now batting.
Mac tends to throw a lot of those low balls.
Catcher, number 13,
looks like he's starting to settle in here.
Ready to go. Here's Caden Armstrong, the catcher. Armstrong will stand in from the right side of the plate here. The wind beginning to pick up here at Maple Mountain High School. There's a breaking ball. That one stays high, and it's 1 ball and no strikes to count. Defensively, Quinn Green will be in left field, Jaron Hall in center, Dawson Hall in right for Maple Mountain from left to right. Pitch comes in. This one stays once again high, ball two. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Sam Moore will be at third base. Cade Polson at short. Wes Childs at second. Over at first will be Tyson Ellis, and Bailey Roberts once again behind the plate for the Golden Eagles. Here's a snap throw over to first. Diving back is Ford underneath the tag. No score, top of the first inning. Payson, the first team up here today as the visitors. Pitch comes in. That one right in there just below the belt for a called strike. And the count moves to 2-1. Caden Armstrong, the catcher, standing in, has a runner at first. Breaking ball. That one once again belt high, called strike, and the count evens now at 2-2. That sun is pretty bright when it pops through. The 2-2 pitch coming in. That one's going to be grounded foul, and over it looks like to head coach Trent Simon in the third base coaching box. Simon his first season as the Payson head coach. Big hole on the right side with the runner Ford getting his lead. Ready to go, the pitch, breaking ball, swung on and missed, strike 3, and Jeff Mack has his first strikeout of the ball game. There's 2 outs here in the first, and that's going to bring up Chayton Haverone.
Armstrong goes down on strike, second out for Payson.
So Haverone will stand in, the first baseman.
Haverone currently batting .438.
This is a good hitting club here for the Payson Lions. They've had a really good start to the year. That pitch fouled away. It'll be no balls and a strike.
And you can see right off the bat, no pun intended, Haverone just a lot of power behind that swing. So.
Ready to go, hitting cleanup. Your cleanup hitters are typically some of your best hitters. Breaking ball, that one's just going to be rolled right back out to the pitcher. Mack misplayed it the first time, recollects it, throws high to first, but in time to get Haverone. And the top of the first inning comes to an end. The Lions get the 1 base runner. Other than that, they strand Ford on the base pass. We head to the bottom of the first inning. Maple Mountain's going to come up. Let's take a moment here to thank our sponsors for helping make this broadcast possible. We have the Car Guys for the Car Guys Instant Replay, Lance Wilson State Farm for the Lance Wilson State Farm Great RBI, Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, MVP Sports for the MVP of the game. We should say Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing for a Triple T Triple, 2 Jacks Pizza for a 2 Jacks Double, and Spanish Fork 17 built for speed. And we're going to see probably an SFCN stolen base sometime throughout this ball game here.
You better believe it.
So we're getting set, ready to go. Stetson K, the right-hander, getting loose on the mound for the Payson Lions. He'll be the one to get the baseball today for the Payson Lions. Let's go ahead and introduce you to the Maple Mountain batting lineup here, 1 through 9. Leading off will be the catcher, Bailey Roberts. Jaron Hall, the center fielder, hits in the 2 spot. Sam Moore, the third baseman, will hit third. Cade Polson will hit cleanup today. Tyson Ellis will hit in the 5 spot. Dawson Hall, 6th. Wes Childs will hit 7th. Tito Dennison, 8th. And Quinn Green will bat 9th. Defensively for the Lions, it will be Hanson in left. Cuejas in center field. Dustin in right. Lutz at third, Manning at short, Ford at second, Haverone over at first, and Armstrong behind the plate. So we're just about set, ready to go. Maple Mountain had a pretty good offensive showing in their last ball game, but unfortunately just couldn't quite get that 1 run home from third in the bottom of the 9th inning. It went to extras, but now we'll see what Maple Mountain can do in region play. Stetson K, the right-hander, ready to go to work to Bailey Roberts. K comes home, first pitch, missing just below the knees for a ball, and it's 1 ball and no strikes to count on Roberts. Stetson K working pretty quick on the mound, comes home, and the 1-0 pitch is in there at the knees for a called strike, and the count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. When 1 pitch, that one bounces in. Armstrong, a good backhanded stop, and it's 2 balls and a strike.
Okay,
Ready to go with the 2-1 pitch. Kay comes home high with the fastball, and the count moves to 3 balls and a strike here on Bailey Roberts. So Roberts in a good hitter's count here, typically a fastball count with the 3-1 pitch about to come home. The wind, the delivery, that pitch going to be right there for a called strike, right around belt high, and the count moves to 3 balls and 2 strikes on Roberts. Stetson Kay takes a long look into Armstrong behind home plate, comes home. That pitch misses high, ball 4, and Maple Mountain has the leadoff man on here in the bottom of the first.
Credit to Roberts there for being patient. That's a situation where you can kind of wait it out, and your patience will probably pay off. That's exactly what happened.
So now he brings up, and now we're going to have a courtesy runner over at first. Number 10, Peyton Pond, will come in to run. The courtesy runner, or speed up runners, you'll hear it called as well, will come in. Pond with very good speed on the base paths for Maple Mountain, and the pitch to Jaron Hall misses high. It's 1 ball and no strikes to the count. Stetson Kay on the pitches he's missing. He's not missing by much. He's been around the plate, but he's just missed enough for it to be called the ball from our home plate umpire this afternoon. Pond gets his lead over at first. Stetson Kay, the right-hander, comes in. There's a called strike, snap throw down to first, but Pond going to be back underneath the tag. Haverone had to kind of backhand that on the backside of the bag and stretch across, and Pond was able to get back underneath the tag.
But just barely. Pond needs to be careful. He's not leading off too much that he can't get back in time.
Pickoff move again. The snap throw is over, and right there, good job by Pond to get back over. Stetson Kay pretty concerned with Pond as another throw comes over, and I mean, early on in the game when you bring in those speed up runners, I could see where it would be kind of a concern for a pitcher. Hall's going to turn and square around a bunt, shows the bunt, the snap throw, and Pond's going to be nailed. He got a little too far off that bag there, but the ball comes out and he was safe.
Pond narrowly makes it back to first base in time.
The throw beat him. I mean, if had Haverone not dropped the baseball, he would have been out. And
wow.
I didn't see that Haverone dropped the baseball at first, but lucky for Peyton Pond. Stetson Kay ready to go. The 1-2 pitch. That one missing, ball 2. The count will move to 2-2 on Jaron Hall. Hall, one of the senior leaders for Maple Mountain this year, will look to try to see if he can't have a solid senior season. And the pitch comes in, breaking ball misses, ball 3, and the count runs full 3-2. So back-to-back counts. Stetson Kay has gone 3-2 before he's lost them. Pond will get a pretty good lead at first. And he's not going. Hall swings and misses and fouls it away. So he didn't swing and miss. He just kind of kicked it away there from the catcher.
You hear Coach Gary Miner very vocal. You can hear him through the microphone, giving some advice to Jaron Hall at the plate here.
Ready to go, the 3-2 pitch. Pond goes. That's going to be ball 4. The throw's going to go into center field, and Pond will stay as it's quickly relayed in. That's a dangerous throw because I could be wrong, but I believe once he threw that baseball into center field, that's a live ball, and Pond could have moved down to third base. But here comes Sam Moore, so back-to-back walks for Stetson Kay to open up the ball game. Not the start Payson was looking for here this afternoon, as Sam Moore, the third baseman, will stand in. Moore ready to go. That one's in there for a called strike, and it's 0-1 here on Sam Moore.
Well, Maple Mountain definitely in position to do some damage here. At the peak of their lineup, you have Moore, and then following him should be Payson. It looks like it is on deck.
Stetson Kay working here from the stretch. Has the 0-1 count. Moore's going to turn to bunt, and they're going to look back Peyton Pond to second base as Ford will kind of sneak back into the picture there. Pond and Jaron Hall on the base paths. Very good speed for the Golden Eagles. Moore's going to turn. He lays the bunt down. That's going to go foul. Haverone came over to field it, but the ball goes foul. And we'll have an 0-2 count now on Sam Moore. So typically 0-2, you see the bunt sign come off here. Because if he fouls it off, third pitch strike is equivalent of a strikeout, a bunted third strike. But we saw Gary Minor and the Golden Eagles on Friday bunt with 2 strikes with Quinn Green there in the bottom of the 9th inning. Ready to go. Breaking ball misses just above the belt, and it's 1-2. Cade Polson to follow for Maple Mountain here, bottom of the 1st inning. No score here from Maple Mountain High School in Spanish Fork. The pitch coming in, that pitch misses well off the plate, and the count evens at 2-2. And you know, Freddie, it really drives you nuts as a coach to see your pitcher getting ahead 1-2, 0-2, and then he lets the batter back in the count. 3rd time that Stetson K's been ahead of the count and just falling back away. And Moore swings and misses, strike 3. Stetson K gets his first strikeout of the afternoon, and with 1 away, Cade Polson.
Moore obviously frustrated, not characteristic of him, but he'll get another shot.
So here comes Cade Polson now. Polson wearing number 20, committed to play baseball at Utah Valley University next year. First pitch comes in, Polson swings, grounds out one to third. It's going to be misplayed and goes into left field. Pond will come around third. Here comes the throw, and he's safe underneath the tag. The relay throw came in. It was a great relay throw. Put it right on the money, but Peyton Pond able to just slide right underneath it.
Looked like the ball there just barely stayed in, was popped up, I think, by third base. It must have been. And allowed Maple Mountain to make the play there.
So right there, yeah, and that's the hard part, because if it hits that third base bag, oftentimes you could be in great defensive position. It just doesn't come in there for you. I called strike there to Tyson Ellis. And that's sometimes when you know things are going your way, when you get those kind of bounces, but not a bounce the Payson Lions will like. Cade checks, Jaron Hall at second comes in, and that pitch is going to be hit well by Ellis. That one's hit right to center field. Coming in and making the catch is Cuellas, and he's there for the 2nd out of the inning. And here comes Dawson Hall.
Right fielder number 19,
This is a Maple Mountain team that, of course, lost a lot of firepower as far as batters last season. This season, most of their experience is at the mound, really, but young guys stepping up and getting some experience at the bat.
Dawson Hall had a 2-run double on Friday against Dixie. He'll try to see if he can't match that there as he takes the fastball, and it's 0-1. 1-0 Maple Mountain, bottom of the 1st inning. 2 outs for Hall. Dawson Hall will stand in. Stetson K, the right-hander, checks the runner at second, comes in. That pitch is going to be blocked in the dirt by Armstrong. A nice stop. The count evens up now at 1-1. It is a pretty deep backstop here from behind home plate all the way to the chain link fence. I want to say that surrounds the backstop here. Hall grounds that one right to second. Ford is there, he's up with it. His throw to first is in time, and the side is retired. The Golden Eagles get 1 at the end of 1 here from Maple Mountain High School. It's Maple Mountain 1, Payson 0. You're watching high school baseball here on Spanish Fork 17 and Spanish Fork 16.
MVP Sports is the #1 source for sporting goods in Spanish Fork. Football, soccer, all the fall sports, we've got you covered. Check out our new custom t-shirt builder. Design at home and we'll build it for you. MVP Sports, 72 North Main in Spanish Fork. Need a new car or truck? The Car Guys has the best selection of used vehicles at the best prices in Spanish Fork. The Car Guys know their automobiles to get you the best car for your needs and your budget. The Car Guys at 872 North Main in Spanish Fork.
Rest easy. State Farm agent Lance Wilson is there for you. Call 801-798-9288 today for the service you deserve.
You know Triple T Heating and Cooling, but did you know that Triple T does plumbing? From tankless hot water, soft water, and reverse osmosis drinking water systems, right down to that leaky faucet. Triple T sure does plumbing. Call Triple T at 801-798-7711 today.
Welcome to Two Jacks Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to Two Jacks Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet?
Start of the second inning here at Maple Mountain High School as Dylan Lutz, the third baseman, will stand in for Payson. He was the recipient of a bad hop right off third base in the bottom half of the inning. The slow breaking ball misses. It's 1 ball and no strikes to count here on the Payson third baseman. Top of the second inning as Jeff Mack goes back to work. He threw 4 innings on Friday. That one high as Lutz will kind of turn his head out of the way, and it'd be 2 balls and no strikes. 1-0 Maple Mountain here in the top of the second inning. Ready to go, the 2-0 pitch, misses high, ball 3. It's 3 balls and no strikes. Jeff Mack walked 1 in the first inning, walked Cale Ford before Ford was stranded on the base pass. So it'll be Stetson K and then Ryan Dustin to follow. Breaking ball misses low, ball 4. And the Lions have a leadoff man on here to start the second inning. The second walk allowed by Jeff Mack of the afternoon. So here's the opposing pitcher, Stetson K. K will try to help his own cause. Here as he stands in from the right side, the right-hander comes in. That one missing away with the fastball. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Ready to go once again. Matt comes home with the quick breaking ball. That one right off the plate. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike.
All right, and this is a Payson squad that is capable at bat. The team averaging .333. So, you know, once you've got someone on base, got to watch out.
It's definitely something to keep an eye on as well. This is a Payson team that really has swung the bats well. They've played some pretty good competition as well to kind of get prepared for this one. As the bunt goes right back to the pitcher, Mack fields it cleanly. Quick throw over to first is in time for the first out. So a sacrifice bunt by Stetson K moves the runner up. And now Ryan Dustin, the right fielder, will come to the plate.
And you know, lest we have any fans at home thinking, this game can't matter that much. It's the first game of region play. You know, it's doesn't mean a whole lot. You're very wrong, because these two teams want this win very badly. It means a lot in the standings, and as far as momentum goes, it's very important.
Well, especially how tough Region 8 is going to be. Salem Hills enters the day with only 1 loss, and that was to a 5A school, Harriman, over the weekend. But that one game can make a difference between second and third. Dustin swings, hits that one down the right field line, but it's going to go foul. Dustin put a charge into that one. Dawson Hall will have to run down the line to collect it. But, you know, you take a look at some teams, you know, like in basketball where Salem Hills and Springville were tied for that final playoff spot. One game made a huge difference. So, yeah, it's easy to think early on in region, oh, if we drop 1, it's not a problem. But that 1 loss can come back at the end to haunt you. Here's the pitch on its way home. That one missing away, and it's going to be 2 balls and a strike to count here on Ryan Dustin, the right fielder. Maple Mountain will open up with Payson this week in their region. Some schools getting a little more favorable. That one swung hot and missed. It's going to be 2-2. Some are getting a little bit more favorable start to region play. I think it's Spanish Fork that has to play Maple Mountain and Salem Hills in the first like 3 or 4 weeks of the season or something like that.
It's a tough draw.
Maple Mountain, of course, will see Salem Hills, I believe, at the end of April. I think it's their second to last series of the region play. Breaking ball misses, and that now will even the count up at 2-2 on Ryan Dustin. Hogan Thomas on the on-deck circle for Payson to follow. As Matt comes in, breaking balls and be swung on, popped up. Quinn Green going to chase it down in the left field line, and he'll make the play for the second out of the inning. So Dustin makes good contact, but Quinn Green was able to run it down, and now with 2 down, that brings up Hogan Thomas. Thomas will be, Hagen Thomas is what it is. The designated hitter. Thomas, the 6 foot, 210-pound DH today. Stands in, ready to go. The line, the delivery comes in. That ball going to be rolled over to third. Sam Moore is there. He'll fire across the diamond. High throw, and Tyson Ellis able to get his foot down on the bag in time to retire Thomas, and the side is retired for the Payson Lions. Once again, they get a leadoff walk, but they strand the base runner at the end of 1.5. It's Maple Mountain 1 and Payson 0.
Well, great job by the Maple Mountain defense and a great snag by Ellis. We talked about at the beginning of this game, Ryan, the importance of Maple Mountain not getting themselves into a hole, and they haven't. They've done just the opposite. They put themselves in a good position to, they've already taken a lead, and they're looking to build on it, and their defense came to play today, already making some key plays.
Let's go ahead and get our sponsors in here as we share in between the innings here. Freddie, why don't you take us through that?
I would like to thank the car guys, Lance Wilson State Farm, of course, Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. We have MVP Sports, who picks an MVP of the game for us at the end of each game. 2 Jacks Pizza, always delicious. And SFCN, who is built for speed.
So we thank our sponsors for helping make this broadcast possible and our many other broadcasts throughout the high school sports season. As once again, when we get into baseball and softball, it kind of, in a sense, means the ending of the high school sports season. Baseball will be the final state champion decided when that is going to be crowned once again up at Brent Brown Ballpark on the campus of Utah Valley University, May 23rd through 25th, and the real goal for both of these teams is to make sure they're playing there. Maple Mountain got there last year and played crosstown rival Spanish Fork. Maple Mountain needing to win 2 that day, had a lead through most of that first game, and then all of a sudden Spanish Fork stormed back and defeated the Golden Eagles and won the 4A state crown. The first pitch to Wes Childs misses low for a ball. It's 1 ball and no strikes to count. 7-8-9, Wes Childs, Tito Dennison, Quinn Green. 1-0 pitch. That one's belt high in there for a called strike, and the count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Stetson K, the right-hander, sets, comes in. That pitch missing off the plate. Ball 2, 2 balls and a strike here. Count on Wes Childs. Bottom part of the lineup for Maple Mountain. Childs hitting a home run on Friday. Pitch in there, belt high, called strike with the breaking ball. Count will even up at 2-2. That sun coming out, warming things up here a little bit. Check swing, yes he did go, says our home plate umpire. And there's 1 away. Second strikeout of the afternoon for Stetson K.
Childs goes down on strikes.
And Ryan, I didn't think I'd be taking my jacket off. In fact, I was very prepared today. I was bundled up for the first time, and sure enough, I've already shed my jacket.
Here's Tito Dennison, the designated hitter. Ready to go. The 1-0 pitch misses high with the fastball. It's 1 ball and no strikes. I wasn't sure when I left my home today. I wasn't sure necessarily how warm it was going to be at the ballpark, but it's quite pleasant. That one misses above the belt. It's 2 balls and no strikes to count here on Tito Dennison. Dennison hitting that leadoff spot on Friday. But had a tough ball game. That one right on the outside corner for a called strike. Had 3 strikeouts for Maple Mountain. Was actually pinch hit for late in that ball game. The 2-1 pitch about to come. Dennison hits that one well to center field. That's going to fall for a base hit. And Tito Dennison's on with a 1-out single here in the second.
Just a perfectly paced hit.
One of those things I like the sound. It just comes right off that bat. You could just kind of tell he got the good part of the bat there on the baseball. And now here comes left fielder Quinn Green. Green was at the plate late in that ball game on Friday. Laid down a bunt in the bottom of the 9th inning, and that was called the strike on the outside corner. And Jaron Hall was the runner at third. He broke for home and then tried to get back in time, which he did, but then he slipped past the bag, and Dixie was able to apply the tag for the final out of the ball game. The pitch, Green swings through it, and it's no balls and 2 strikes.
Green may have been slightly under that one, but just a nice, smooth looking form there by Green.
Dennison gets his lead over at first right now with one out, bottom of the second inning, and now time called. Everybody will retreat back to the bag. Quinn Green standing in even stance in that batter's box. Doesn't have his feet positioned to favor one way or another. Swings through that fastball. He's down on strikes. Strikeout number 3 for Stetson K. And with 2 gone here in the second inning, he goes back to the top lineup. Here's Bailey Roberts. Roberts led off the game with a walk. And then Peyton Pond came in to run for him, and Pond came around to score that run. So Roberts will stand in here with 2 down. We'll see if right there is they're holding on the runner. That one's hit foul down the line here, as they're quickly going to call that one foul as Haveron went over to the bag. And if that ball just stayed fair a little bit longer, that's over the bag for a fair ball, but unfortunately it just cut foul right before it went over that bag. Haveron holding on Tito Dennison over at first base. Stetson K comes in, breaking ball, comes inside and hits Roberts. And a couple of men on for Maple Mountain, and now you got to get into that tough part of the lineup that you really don't want to deal with now. You have Jaron Hall.
Up to the plate.
Just like you said, Ryan, that sets Maple Mountain up nicely, not only at the peak of their lineup, but you have 2 basemen on, and if these next three guys at bat are very capable of sending it over the fence.
Jaron Hall will stand in. He doesn't have an official at bat this afternoon, as he walked in his first plate appearance before being stranded on the base paths. Haveron will not hold the runner in this case. He'll play right behind him, and the pitch, breaking ball, comes inside and tight for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Peyton Pond, the runner on at first. Running over at second is Tito Dennison. K comes home with the pitch. That one's high. Snap throw down to first. Pond back in this time with plenty of time underneath the tag.
Pond does have to be careful, though. You saw him tagged out earlier. He does need to be aware of the pitcher. He looks quick to first base and makes that quick throw.
Ready to go the line, the delivery comes in, and this one's right on the plate for a called strike. And we're set ready to go 2-1. So Hall in a good hitter's count still, ahead in the count 2-1. Should see a pretty good pitch here. We'll see if K comes with the fastball. 2-1 pitch. Hall swings, pops this one high up. Giving it a look, it's Armstrong behind home plate. He's going to try to find it out. Backpedals, makes the catch, and the side is retired. That's a lot harder play than it looks right there. A nice catch there made by Armstrong. The side is retired. At the end of 2 complete here from Maple Mountain High School. It's the Golden Eagles 1, the Payson Lions 0. You're watching high school baseball on Spanish Fork 17 and Spanish Fork 16.
MVP Sports is the #1 source for sporting goods in Spanish Fork. Football, soccer, all the fall sports, we've got you covered. Check out our new custom t-shirt builder. Design at home and we'll build it for you. MVP Sports, 72 North Main in Spanish Fork. Need a new car or truck? The Car Guys has the best selection of used vehicles at the best prices in Spanish Fork. The Car Guys know their automobiles to get you the best car for your needs and your budget. The Car Guys at 872 North Main in Spanish Fork.
Rest easy. State Farm agent Lance Wilson is there for you. Call 801-798-9288 today for the service you deserve.
You know Triple T Heating and Cooling, but did you know that Triple T does plumbing? From tankless hot water, soft water, and reverse osmosis drinking water systems, right down to that leaky faucet. Triple T sure does plumbing. Call Triple T at 801-798-7711 today.
Hi, welcome to 2 Jack's Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to 2 Jack's Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork, or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet?
Pierce Hansen stands in and pops up the first pitch, but he's going to foul it off down the line as we start the top of the 3rd inning here at Brent Brown Ballpark. You can kind of see it there. It went out of play. if you tuned in the game on Friday, there was a ball that was caught down the line. They said no, it was out of play. There's a white chalk line or painted line. That one missing low, count evens at 1-1. We just saw it in the shot. There's a kind of a painted line that goes out towards the foul pole down the left field line. That lets everybody know whether or not the ball's in play or not. That ball that was ran down by Quinn Green was actually on the other side of that line. That one fouled away. It's 1-2 now on Pierce Hansen. So it's going to be 9-1-2. Pierce Hansen, Tanner Manning, and Cale Ford. 8-9-1 coming up here against Jeff Mack. Breaking ball comes in. That one missing away, and the count evens now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Maple Mountain scoring in the top of the first inning, or sorry, bottom of the first inning, to have a 1-0 lead. Pitch comes in. That pitch right on the plate. Called strike 3. Second strikeout of the afternoon for Jeff Mack. First out of the inning. And with 1 out, here comes Tanner Manning.
And you know, Mack, it sometimes takes him a little while to settle down at the beginning of games. He's done an excellent job today. It just looks poison in his throw, in his pitches.
Manning swung at the first pitch of the ball game and popped it up for the first out of the ball game. And Mack ready to go here from the stretch. Comes in. That one missing just low and away for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes to count on the Payson leadoff hitter. These two teams played one time, I believe, last year. I want to say they played a second time as well, right around the time of the state, that time between the regular season and the state playoffs beginning. The pitch comes in, and that pitch swung on and fouled away. But I know they played the one time. That game was actually broadcast here on Spanish Fork 17 as Payson came in here to Maple Mountain and beat the Golden Eagles. Ready to go, the line, the delivery coming in from Mack. There's a ground ball to first. Fielded cleanly by Tyson Ellis. He'll underhand to Mack covering the bag for the second out of the inning.
Nice play there. Really no miscues early by the Maple Mountain defense. The Payson defense can't say the same, and that may be the difference in this game. But as we talked about, a 1-0 lead over Payson is not much of a lead, as they can do a lot from the plate.
One swing of the bat, and this one's tied. But great job there by Jeff Mack to get over to the bag. You're having to worry about catching the baseball and getting your foot on first base as first pitch to Cale Ford. He's out in front of it and gets a called strike, 0-1.
And something to watch out for. That sun just came out from behind a cloud. Is extremely bright, so if that thing gets popped up, a fly ball, that's something the outfielders need to deal with.
Breaking ball comes in. That one sits right on the inside corner, and it's a quickly 0-2 the count here on Cale Ford. So Jeff Mack working very effectively here in the third inning for Maple Mountain. He'll look in behind the plate, get the sign from Bailey Roberts, and the pitch. Breaking ball called, strike 3 on the outside corner. Strikeout number 3 of the afternoon for Jeff Mack. That one just painted the outside corner. There was really nothing right there that Cale Ford could do if he didn't swing at it, and a called third strike.
And I could be wrong, Ryan, but that one appeared to drop just right at the plate, and so really tough to deal with.
Yeah, there's not much you can do, and that's, the point. Breaking balls break at the end of the play there. Let's take a moment and thank our sponsors, the Spanish Fork Community Network, where we're built for speed. 2 Jacks Pizza, MVP Sports, Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, Lance Wilson State Farm, and of course the Car Guys. We thank you for helping make this broadcast and these many other broadcasts throughout the high school sports season possible. We'll be on the road hopefully tomorrow down at Payson for game 2 of this one. We'll kind of see. Stay tuned for updates as well as to where that game will be played. Hopefully it's going to be played down at Payson, so that way the Lions can get their home game in there as well. But I guess the only other option would be playing it back here and Payson being the home team on another team's field. But that we'll have to kind of see here. Stetson K will go back to work to begin the bottom of the third inning. He'll have Sam Moore, Cade Polson, and Tyson Ellis, 3, 4, and 5 coming up here in the third inning. 1-0 Maple Mountain. It's about the time, Freddie, we think, hey, it's starting to get warm again. The clouds take away the sun. It starts to cool off here at the ballpark tonight.
You see my coat's back on. I'm not sure what the weather's doing. I'm trying to adjust.
So here's Sam Moore, 0 for 1, went down on strikes in his first at-bat, and that pitch misses with the fastball. It's 1 ball and no strikes to count. Friday, I believe, here we'll have the Spanish Fork Wasatch game. That pitch swung on and grounded deep in the hole. It's going to be a tough play for Manning. He's going to have to fire across the diamond. He didn't get him. Sam Moore beat it out. It was hit so deep in the hole for Tanner Manning that Manning was going to have to make a perfect throw, and Sam Moore, having decent wheels, was able to beat it out. Here comes Cade Polson. Polson hit one right to third in his first at-bat. I thought at first it was misplayed by the third baseman, Dylan Lutz, but then I was informed in between innings it actually did kick right off that third base bag, and so Cade Polson got a, maybe, I don't want to say a lucky base hit, but got some help from the third base bag. The first pitch to Polson's in there at the knees for a called strike, and it's 0-1.
Polson definitely a guy that's fun to watch at the plate. He doesn't need a perfect pitch by any means to do damage. You saw him last game even reach down and scoop one up from the dirt.
The 0-1 pitch comes in. That pitch going to be hit well by Cade down the left field line. Question is, and it's going to go foul. And right there, the only question as to that one was whether it was fair or foul. And quickly, the Payson dugout, if anyone was sitting down, quickly got to the rails and to kind of see whether that one was going to go fair or foul. No balls and 2 strikes to count here on Cade Polson. Polson was named by the 4A coaches. That pitch misses high for a ball, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Read on, I believe it was the Salt Lake Tribune, the 4A basketball coaches, naming Cade Polson second team All-State. He had a good year for the Maple Mountain basketball team. Their season unfortunately came to an end a little bit early than most people wanted to expect after running into Mountain View. That pitch is going to be swung out, popped up, going deep, back out into center field. Now we'll have to readjust, making the catch is Cuellas, and he's there for the first out of the third inning.
It's tough when you've got that sun creeping from behind the clouds and back through, and you're trying to deal with it. But a nice play there.
It's 385 to dead center field, which you really take a look at. That's a long ways for a lot of people, but when you take a look at a lot of minor league and major league ballparks, that would be short. Pickoff move, Sam Moore dives back safely under the tag here in the bottom of the third inning. Another pickoff move, and Moore was just about to step off the bag there. He just kind of quickly jumped back. Ready to go, the line, the delivery comes, and Tyson Ellis swings through it for the first strike of his account here, and it's 0-1. Ellis flew out to center field back in the first inning, his only at-bat of the afternoon. Stetson K comes in, breaking ball. That one's hit hard into left field for a base hit. Making the turn is Sam Moore. He's going to try to move down to third. Here comes the throw. It's going to be cut off, and the throw to third, not a dive. The throw came into Tanner Manning, and Manning had to make the relay. And I think that relay throw might have cost him a play there at third base. Moore able to move up.
The hit, great placement, just went under the glove, I believe, the third baseman here, and allowed for that play to be made.
So now we'll bring up Dawson Hall. Hall on the afternoon 0 for 1, grounded out to second base. Now in an RBI opportunity where he doesn't necessarily need to get a hit to drive home the run. If he can just get a fly ball to the outfield, that would be probably good enough here. Stetson K, the right-hander, comes in. That pitch missing for a ball, and taking the second base will be Tyson Ellis. No throwdown coming there from Payson's Armstrong behind home plate. Here's the pitch, that one on the inside corner, but called a strike, and it evens the count up here at 1-1 on Dawson Hall. So now Hall with a couple of men in scoring position here with less than 2 outs. A base hit here probably scores 2. The infield's going to be in here for the Lions. They're going to try to cut down the run at the plate. That pitch misses high. It's 2 balls and a strike. Which that can be kind of dangerous because if the ball's not hit right at you, you don't have a lot of reaction time. So it's easy for a ball to get through, and at that point, 2 runs are going to score. There's a pitch right on the outside corner. It's 2-2. I like Stetson K's off-speed pitch right on that outside corner to left-handed hitters. He's done a great job throughout this afternoon of placing that just in the right spot. 2-2 pitch blocked in the dirt. A good job by Armstrong, and the count runs full 3-2.
Something else K does well, as we've already seen, he doesn't let runners get comfortable on base. He's got eyes in the side and the back of his head, and he never lets them get comfortable.
Tyson Ellis can get a little bit bigger lead at second than he normally would. That one's grounded foul and right into the Payson dugout. In fact, I think it's the junior varsity team, because they're wearing just regular green uniforms, and one of the guys there standing right by the dugout had to kind of jump out of the way of the baseball. And a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Kay comes home. That pitch grounded right to first. That's not going to get the run home. Bobbled at first, but Haveron will touch the base, but everyone will have to stay.
Now batting for the Eagles, number 11.
So with 2 outs, you bring up Wes Childs, and not what you were looking for if you're Gary Minor and the Golden Eagles was really a ground ball any other spot. Sam Moore probably can score, but the ground ball hit right to first. Sam Moore had to hold. Here's Wes Childs, and the first pitch comes in, and check swing. But they're going to call it a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. They count on Childs. Childs is 0 for 1. Went down on strikes back in the 2nd inning. Stetson K trying to work out of this jam here in the 3rd. He's 1 out away from keeping Maple Mountain off the scoreboard again. Pitch comes in, misses off the plate, and the count evens out. 1 ball and 1 strike. Game 2 set for tomorrow afternoon, a 3:30 first pitch down at Payson. Pitch on its way, misses away. It's going to kick away from Caden Armstrong, but it will just be a ball. It didn't really kick far enough away for Sam Moore to really think about heading home from 3rd.
As far as these back-to-back games, Ryan, what do you think are the benefits of playing a team maybe 1 day in between or no days in between like we're going to see tomorrow?
2-1 pitch right on the outside corner for a called strike. It's 2-2. You know, I mean, in the major leagues and minor leagues and most of your higher levels of baseball, that's what you do. You play a 3-game series, and the 2-2 pitch is going to be called strike 3, inning over. I'll finish that thought here after our break when we start the 4th inning, but we'll explain more about that. At the end of 3, it's Maple Mountain 1, Payson 0. You're watching high school baseball here on Spanish Fork 17 and Spanish Fork 16.
MVP Sports is the #1 source for sporting goods in Spanish Fork. Football, soccer, all the fall sports, we've got you covered. Check out our new custom t-shirt builder. Design at home and we'll build it for you. MVP Sports, 72 North Main in Spanish Fork. Need a new car or truck? The Car Guys has the best selection of used vehicles at the best prices in Spanish Fork. The Car Guys know their automobiles to get you the best car for your needs and your budget. The Car Guys at 872 North Main in Spanish Fork.
Rest easy. State Farm agent Lance Wilson is there for you. Call 801-798-9288 today for the service you deserve.
You know Triple T Heating and Cooling, but did you know that Triple T does plumbing? From tankless hot water, soft water, and reverse osmosis drinking water systems, right down to that leaky faucet. Triple T sure does plumbing. Call Triple T at 801-798-7711 today.
Hi, welcome to Two Jacks Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to Two Jacks Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork, or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet?
Top of the 4th inning here at Maple Mountain High School. The Payson Lions come up 3-4-5. The catcher, Caden Armstrong, stands in, and there's the curveball there for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. The count, it's 1 ball and no strikes. So the advantages of playing kind of 2 games against the same team, I mean, you'll get to know each other pretty familiar. The 2-0 pitch swung out, popped up. That's going to stay on the infield, but it's going to go foul before no one can get to it. Sam Moore and company was trying to run it down. I mean, Freddie, there are some advantages to playing those multiple games. You're going to get to know your opponent pretty well. Most higher levels of baseball, it's actually, I think, used more of, if you're going to travel somewhere, you're probably going to want to play more than just one game in general. But breaking ball comes inside, and that one sits right on the inside corner with the curve once again. It's 1-2. As for at the high school level, I mean, with the close proximity of these two schools, they all know each other pretty well as it is. Fastball or the breaking ball once again in the dirt for a ball. It evens the count up at 2-2 on Armstrong.
And that's part of the reason I'm asking is I don't know if it's absolutely necessary to do it that way because you're in such close proximity, but maybe that's the best way to do it for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, you know, different states do it differently. That one rolls right out in front of the mound. Going to be a tough play. Here comes the throw down from Roberts behind the runner and didn't get him. So Armstrong able to beat it out there. That was going to be a tough play just from where it was hit on the infield. Just not very far away. Bailey Roberts was going to have to make a perfect throw, and in this case, the runner is able to beat him. Now we'll have a runner coming in. Taste Sanderson, number 18, is going to run. So Sanderson in to run for Armstrong, and here's Haveron. You know, I mean, swung on a missed, and that one's going to be 0-1. I know in Oregon a lot of times they've gone to that whole playing the entire week. But when I was growing up, they didn't do it that way. They just kind of round robin, kind of like we would do here for basketball. I don't know if it's easier for scheduling purposes. That pitch misses away. Roberts fires down to second. Ball's backhanded. They get the tag. Yes, they did for the second out of the inning. Sorry, first out of the inning as Sanderson was cut down.
Roberts throws a runner out.
And Haveron here at the plate, we mentioned batting .438, has 14 hits on the season and a home run, so a very capable hitter, and you can see the power if you just look at the guy.
Ready to go. The breaking ball blocked in the dirt, and the count moves now to 1-1. Haveron 0 for 1 on the day, grounded out to the pitcher Jeff Mack in his lone at-bat of the afternoon. Ready to go. The right-hander kicks and delivers, and that pitch missing for a ball. It's 2-1.
Wind really picking up here. We apologize if you can hear the wind in our microphone. I'm sure you can.
Ready to go. Matt comes in. Breaking ball. Haveron swings and hits that one well, but getting back there is Quinn Green. He'll get under it, make the catch, and there's 2 outs here in the 4th inning.
Haveron flies out.
So just another ball that was hit hard by Haveron, but just hit right at somebody. And with 2 outs, Dylan Lutz will come to the plate.
For the Lions, number 5, third baseman Dylan Lutz.
So Lutz will stand in. He walked back in the 2nd inning. Lutz actually got the start in that game that Payson played against Maple Mountain a year ago. And that pitch misses for a ball. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Ready to go once again. The line, the delivery comes in. That pitch swung on, popped up. This one going to be on the infield. Coming in is Tyson Ellis. He'll make the catch, and the side is retired. So the Lions go down 1-2-3 in the 4th inning. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's 1-0 Maple Mountain. Golden Eagles looking pretty good so far this afternoon. We'll see what they can hold on here on Spanish Fork 17.
After 3.5 innings,
Maple Mountain defense thus far made the plays that they need to. Unfortunately, just haven't been able to get runners home. And I think there are a few reasons for that, but something Maple Mountain needs to figure out here if they're going to build on this lead.
So let's take a moment here. Let's thank our sponsors. We want to thank the Car Guys for the Car Guys Instant Replay, Lance Wilson State Farm for the Lance Wilson State Farm Great RBI, the Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing for the Triple T Triple, MVP Sports for the MVP of the game, and 2 Jacks Pizza for the 2 Jacks double. Every time there's a double, we thank 2 Jacks. And Spanish Fork 17, where we're built for speed, for the Spanish Fork 17 Steel. Something to keep in mind. Freddie, I just looked back through my scorebook, and I found the game last year that Payson and Maple Mountain played. And I remember because it was raining right before, and I can still see the watermarks, over a year later on my scorebook. And it was Lutz that got the start in that one. He actually had an RBI single back in the first inning of that ball game, and the only run he allowed actually came, I believe, in the bottom of the 7th inning. I don't believe they did any pitching changes in that one. That was a double, it looks like, by Andrew Wixom, brought home the only run.
You said they lost that game to Payson.
Tito Dennison.
I'm sorry?
You said Maple Mountain lost that game.
They
That's
did.
The game that they lost to Payson.
So here's Tito Dennison. Dennison stands in, takes a called strike, and it's 0-1. Dennison swings through once again the low breaking ball from Stetson K, and it's 0-2. It will be Tito Dennison, Quinn Green, and Bailey Roberts. 8-9-1 coming up here in the 4th. A pitch swung on a miss, and the tag going to be applied by Armstrong for the first out of the 4th inning.
So as we mentioned, Maple Mountain has been able to get guys on base, just hasn't been able to convert thus far.
The left fielder.
And so this lead could be a lot bigger at this point, but Maple Mountain maybe is happy to be up and not in the hole like they have been in the past few games.
The 5th strikeout for Stetson K. A bunt laid down by Quinn Green goes foul, and it'll be no balls and a strike here. Green will make his way back into the batter's box.
Looked like that ball as it came off his bat might have just rested in the grass, but it did spin a little more, just spun out.
With all the rain, they were out here, well, when we got here today, about 1:30 or so, they were getting ready. There's a bunt laid down. That's going to go. They're going to say that one, and now they're going to say foul ball. As I say, once he laid down the bunt, it came back up and hit him, and that should have been a foul ball. And I didn't see our home plate umpire ruling it dead, and then finally it looks like either the home plate or the base umpire ruled it dead. So it'll be no balls and 2 strikes here on Quinn Green. They were working on the field when we got here this afternoon, getting everything ready to go, but the field's still pretty wet. That one blocked in the dirt. Nice stop by Armstrong. It's 1-2. Always the concern when you get that amount of rain that we got on Monday as to how playable the field's going to be, and the field actually looks to be in pretty good playable shape today. 1-2 pitch is going to be Green, shortens his swing up. That one goes just right by the dugout. A couple Payson Lions kind of moved out of the way pretty quick.
It's the 2nd or 3rd ball that's just been directed right at the dugout.
Be 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. 1-0 Golden Eagles. Stetson K, the right-hander, takes a long look into Armstrong. That pitch high, and it evens the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. Talked to Cade Poulsen before the game, and I just asked him, I said, Cade, how's the field look? He says, it looks great. Swung on a miss, strike 3. Quinn Green down on strikes for the 2nd time. Back-to-back strikeouts for Stetson K, his 6th of the ball game. And with 2 down here in the 4th, we head back to the top lineup. Here's Bailey Roberts. Roberts has yet in the ball game to have an official at bat. He walked back in the 1st inning and was hit by a pitch in the 2nd. So he's had 2 plate appearances, but neither have counted for his stats. That pitch misses high. It's 1 ball and no strikes to count. Well, they'll go down as stats, I should say. They'll just won't go down against his batting average. That pitch grounded right to 3rd. Fielded cleanly by Lutz. His throw across the diamond in time, and the side is retired. So down go the Eagles, 1-2-3 in the 4th. Back-to-back strikeouts help Stetson K get out of it. We head to the 5th inning. It's Maple Mountain 1, Payson 0. You're watching high school baseball here on Spanish Fork 17 and Spanish Fork 16.
MVP Sports is the #1 source for sporting goods in Spanish Fork. Football, soccer, all the fall sports, we've got you covered. Check out our new custom t-shirt builder. Design at home and we'll build it for you. MVP Sports, 72 North Main in Spanish Fork. Need a new car or truck? The Car Guys has the best selection of used vehicles at the best prices in Spanish Fork. The Car Guys know their automobiles to get you the best car for your needs and your budget. The Car Guys at 872 North Main in Spanish Fork.
rest easy. State Farm agent Lance Wilson is there for you. Call 801-798-9288 today for the service you deserve.
You know Triple T Heating and Cooling, but did you know that Triple T does plumbing? From tankless hot water, soft water, and reverse osmosis drinking water systems, right down to that leaky faucet. Triple T sure does plumbing. Call Triple T at 801-798-7711 today.
Hi, welcome to Two Jacks Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to Two Jacks Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork, or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet?
Top of the fifth inning here at Maple Mountain High School. Ryan Pickens and Freddie Woods here with you as it's Payson and Maple Mountain baseball here on the Spanish Fork Community Network. Great to be with everybody as we get set and ready to go here. It's going to be Stetson K to stand in and lead it off. It will be Stetson K, Ryan Dustin, and Hagen Thomas, 6, 7, and 8 coming up against the right-hander Jeff Mack, who so far has gone 4 innings and only allowed the 1 hit to Caden Armstrong. The single has a couple of other men that have gotten on via the walk, but we'll see what Stetson K can do. He had a sacrifice bunt in his first at-bat in the second. Stands in and takes a breaking ball for a ball, 1 ball and no strikes.
K doesn't have an amazing batting average at 250, but he does have 6 RBIs on the season and a senior leader on this team.
Breaking ball, that one once again, nice pitch right on the outside corner, and the count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. The right-hander Jeff Mack going back to work. There's a breaking ball for sure. That one didn't quite make it all the way home as it skips through the legs of Bailey Roberts, and it'll be 2 balls and a strike. Ryan Dustin, alertedly in the on-deck circle, goes to pick up that baseball. 2-1 pitch, misses, ball 3, and the count runs 3-1 here on Stetson K. K, the opposing pitcher, trying to help his own cause here in the 5th. Trailing 1-0, that one right on the inside corner, but it's called a strike and the count runs full. A pitcher's duel here today between Stetson K and Jeff Mack. Ready to go, the 3-2 pitch. That one swung on, hit hard, diving stop by Sam Moore, and he made the catch. Moore just dove to his left, and he was able to somehow glove it. And there's 1 out here in the 5th inning.
Just a fantastic play by Moore, and that's a play the Golden Eagles have come to expect from one of their big 3, as I like to call him, one of their senior leaders in Moore.
The right fielder, number 14, Ryan Dustin.
So here comes Ryan Dustin now, the right fielder, 0 for 1 today. He flew out to left field in his only at bat of the afternoon back in the 2nd inning. So again, good job by Dustin there. He started like he was going to go through and was able to hold up. And it's 1 ball and no strikes. It can be hard when you go up there as a hitter and you're expecting a fastball and then you get a breaking ball. It can be kind of hard to hold up. Mack ready to go. That pitch swung on, hit well out into the left, right center field. Jaron Hall going to run over and cut it off into the gap. Here we go as Hagen Thomas stands in the batter's box now As ready to go, runner goes, Thomas swings, pops this one high up. The runner is going to have to retreat back to the bag. Wes Childs, who will give way to Cade Polson, who will make the play. And there's two outs here in the fifth inning.
For out number 2. Up to the plate for the.
So with 2 down, Pierce Hansen will stand in. Hansen, the left fielder, went down on strikes back in his only at bat to lead off the 3rd inning. As we play here, 2 outs, top of the 5th inning, starting to get in the late innings of this one here. In the pickoff move, diving back safely is Ryan Dustin over at first base. The Region 8 opener for both of these clubs. Payson, of course, new to Region 8 this year, but a familiar opponent to a lot of the teams in there. There's a runner goes, high throw is going to get into center field. Dustin's going to have the bag there, and Dustin able to get into scoring position. So now Payson a base hit away from potentially tying this ball game up. A good throw is time-wise, but a bad throw is in it over through the second baseman. Would have had a play on Dustin had the throw been on the bag, but in this case the throw didn't quite come on the bag, and that made a big difference between the out. And luckily for Maple Mountain, Dustin wasn't able to move down to third. Breaking ball blocked again. Nice job. Dustin's going to hold at second base as Roberts alertedly gets to the baseball to prevent it from moving up 90 more feet. It's the worst situation when you throw one away like that, and that gives them another run. Gives them another base, I should say, in this case. 1-1 pitch right on the outside corner, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike here on Hansen. That one was close, but looks like maybe a little bit low and off the plate. Ryan Dustin gets his lead on at second base. The right-hander Jeff Mack ready to go. Takes a look at second, comes home. That one misses, ball 3. It's 3 balls and a strike. The count here on Jeff Mack.
What you don't want if you're Maple Mountain is to put, to put Hansen on base when you've got Manning coming up right behind him, batting .594 with 10 RBIs.
Pitch comes in, swung on, popped up. This should get him out of the inning. Jaron Hall gets under it in center field. He will make the play, and the side is retired. So a big out there from Jeff Mack as the Lions get their second hit of the ball game, and now just leave one on base. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning here. 1-0 Maple Mountain here on the Spanish Fork Community Network.
Maple Mountain very fortunate, as you mentioned, Ryan, to get out of that situation. I don't think that anything good was going to come out of that. So a nice situation for them there.
Jaron Hall stands in the box to lead off the bottom of the 5th inning for Maple Mountain. Has taken the first 2 pitches off the plate for a ball. It's 2-0. That one misses, ball 3. It's 3 balls and no strikes. Hall had a walk back in the first inning and then also popped out to Caden Armstrong back in his last at-bat. Ready to go, the pitch comes in, that one misses, ball 4, and Jaron Hall's aboard to start the 5th inning, and not the way you want to start the inning if you're Stetson K. Ready to go once again, Stetson K. A 1-1 count here on Sam Moore, bottom of the 5th inning. 1-0 Golden Eagles on top of the Lions. That pitch laid down, a nice bump right back to K. And K will make the throw over to first in time for the first out of the inning. So a good sacrifice there for Sam Moore, and now you bring up Cade Polson.
Up to the plate, the shortstop, number 20.
Polson, a guy we've talked about, but he's an all-star in baseball and basketball, one of those 2-sport athletes. And Jaron Hall, who you saw 2 batters ago, is a 3-sport guy. Both these guys committed to play ball at the next level. Hall playing football and Polson taking on baseball.
So Payson will look to see here if he can't make this a 2-0 game at least here, and that one going to be blocked in the dirt. Hall will stay at second. Good stop. I'm going to give Caden Armstrong a lot of credit tonight. He has done a great job of making sure he's dealt with some pitches in the dirt, and he's had one that's kicked kind of to the side there, but he hasn't let, I don't think, one get all the way to the backstop tonight. Ready to go as Kay comes home. That pitch swung out by Payson, hit out to right field, but right at Dustin in right field. He makes the catch for the second out of the inning.
He's got a lot of power behind that swing, unfortunately, as you mentioned, right to that outfielder. Otherwise, he could have been gone.
So now with 2 outs, it's going to bring up Tyson Ellis. Ellis had a single back in the third inning and flew out to center field back in the first. That single he hit was a hard hit ball through the left side. In his last at bat, there he swings, hits that one down the line. Going back, trying to run it down. That ball is going to be all the way to the wall. Here comes Jaron Hall. He will score. Tyson Ellis is going to pull up, give Tyson Ellis a Lance Wilson State Farm great RBI, and also a 2 Jacks Pizza double as he hit one there to left field, 2-0 Maple Mountain.
Ellis has done big things for this team this year. We mentioned in Cedar City had an outstanding performance in that tournament, and today, what a beautiful hit.
And so now here comes Dawson Hall. Hall will stand in here from the right side as right there. That's a big RBI in a 1-run ball game. Hall swings, hits this one pretty well out to left field. Coming in though, getting under it, making the catch is Hansen in left, and the side is retired. The Golden Eagles do get one though in the bottom of the 5th inning. At the end of 5 complete here from Maple Mountain High School. It's the Golden Eagles 2, Payson 0. You're watching high school baseball here on Spanish Fork 17 and Spanish Fork 16.
MVP Sports is the #1 source for sporting goods in Spanish Fork. Football, soccer, all the fall sports, we've got you covered. Check out our new custom t-shirt builder. Design at home and we'll build it for you. MVP Sports, 72 North Main in Spanish Fork. Need a new car or truck? The Car Guys has the best selection of used vehicles at the best prices in Spanish Fork. The Car Guys know their automobiles to get you the best car for your needs and your budget. The Car Guys at 872 North Main in Spanish Fork.
Rest easy. State Farm agent Lance Wilson is there for you. Call 801-798-9288 today for the service you deserve.
You know Triple T Heating and Cooling, but did you know that Triple T does plumbing? From tankless hot water, soft water, and reverse osmosis drinking water systems, right down to that leaky faucet. Triple T sure does plumbing. Call Triple T at 801-798-7711 today.
Hi, welcome to 2 Jacks Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to 2 Jacks Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork, or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet?
Tanner Manning to stand in and lead it off here for Payson. The Lions in dire need of a base runner here as we begin the top of the 6th inning. Breaking ball right on the outside corner, but one ball and no strikes to count. And really, if you're Payson right now, no other hitter you'd want up than Tanner Manning. He is 0 for 2 today, but coming into today was hitting almost just a tad below 600. Breaking ball, that one high for a ball. It's 2 balls and no strikes. A pop out to Cade Payson at short and a ground out to Tyson Ellis over at first, and the 2-0 pitch comes in. That one right on the outside corner for a called strike, and the count moves to 2-2. Sorry, 2-1. You'll be Tanner Manning, Cale Ford, and Caden Armstrong coming up. That ball swung on, popped up, foul.
You mentioned Manning's phenomenal batting average. Well, already in the season, before region play starts, he's got 2 doubles, 3 triples, and we mentioned 10 RBIs. The kid is phenomenal at that.
A lot of his hits that have come this year for Payson have been what they would call extra base hits, so they've been more than just singles. They've been doubles or triples or homers. That pitch high once again, ball 3, and it's 3 balls and a strike, so he'll force Jeff Mack here, likely to have to come with the fastball here. Cale Ford in the on-deck circle for Payson. Mack comes in, 3-1, fastball misses, ball 4, and Tanner Manning's on.
Now batting.
So now the tying run comes to the plate in Cale Ford. Ford has walked back in the first and struck out in the third for the Payson Lions today. We'll see here how first-year coach Trent Syon wants to play this, whether or not he'll have Ford swing. Sometimes you'll see small ball played, and they'll lay down the bunt. They're going to bunt here, and that one's fouled away. It'll be 0-1. Getting here, especially into the later innings, it might be easier to try to get one here if you're Payson in the 6th, and then maybe get one in the 7th to tie. But obviously, if you're Payson, you want 3. You want to have that lead pickoff move, and Tanner Manning back underneath the tag. That was a big run for Maple Mountain in the 5th inning to be able to kind of get some insurance run, an insurance run essentially is what that was in the bottom of the 5th inning. Maple Mountain in the home white pants and the maroon tops say Maple Mountain baseball across the chest. Payson in the black tops and green that say Payson. The pitch comes in. That pitch high. Good stop by Bailey Roberts, but it looks like they called a balk, and Tanner Manning's going to move down to second base. So I didn't see it, but apparently Jeff Mack maybe just didn't quite come set.
I was going to ask you why that was a balk. I'm not sure either. I didn't see it.
Generally, you have to come set on the mound. You can't be making one constant motion. There's Tanner Manning, the runner on at second base, as that one's going to be grounded right to first. Tyson Ellis will touch first base. Manning's going to move up, so a big extra base on that block because now Payson has a runner on at third. On the ground out, Cale Ford does exactly what you want to do there. Pull one to the left side, or to the right side of the infield. Let that runner move up 90 feet. Here's Caden Armstrong.
Well, you feel like Manning was just at bat, and before you know it, he snuck up to third base in position to score here.
Caden Armstrong has a strikeout, but had a single in the 4th, and a single here for Payson would be huge to try to cut that lead in half. There's the slow curveball that hits the outside corner. It's 0-1. Armstrong, the 6'1" senior catcher. Also see him pitch. Looking down this Payson lineup roster, seems like about majority of the roster can also pitch, which is really needed in high school. Armstrong chases a pitch there away, and it's 0-2. The more arms you have in high school baseball, it seems like the better off you are, especially when you get into the state tournament play. Region 8 this year paired with Region 6. That pitch blocked in the dirt. Nice job by Roberts. It won't kick far enough away for Manning to think about going home. It'll be 1-2. Region 6 consists of Olympus, Hillcrest, Skyline. I want to say Kearns is in Region 6 as well. A lot of schools in the Salt Lake area. That pitch foul tipped into the, and they're going to say fouled away. It'll be 1-2. Looks like the ball caught a little bit there of Bailey Roberts' glove, but it's able to go back into the backstop. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count, ready to go. The right-hander winds and delivers. Breaking ball swung on, popped up. This is going to be on the infield. Tyson Ellis is going to come in at first. He'll make the catch for the second out of the inning, and Jeff Mack is just 1 out away now from once again getting out of a big sticky situation. Payson's had 3 base runners throughout the ball game. They had Cale Ford on with a walk back in the first. They had a walk from Lutz in the second. The single by Caden Armstrong in the 4th. And that pitch is going to be in there for a strike. 0-1 on Haveron. They have left 4 men on base, and then Ryan Dustin had the single in the 5th inning. All 4 of those people who've been on base haven't come around to score. Check swing, Haveron. Question is, did he go? They're going to appeal the second. No, he did not, says our base umpire. with having the two-man crew that went to whoever was on the bases, generally with a bigger crew that would have gone to whoever was the first base umpire, that would have gone to them. The 1-1 pitch coming in, that one misses away, ball 2. It's 2 balls and a strike.
Manning taking a good little lead off there. He knows he's in great position to score with Haveron at bat.
Sam Moore playing pretty off the base here with 2 outs, so Manning can get away with that lead. Breaking ball, good. Another great block there by Roberts. That one hit just a hair above the cut of the infield grass, and it took a hop. It kind of looked like it was going to get up over Bailey Roberts, but Roberts was able to keep that one in front of him, got that shoulder protector, got it up on the baseball and able to knock it down. So 3-1, a fastball count should be coming here for Haveron. That one taken low, ball 4, and a 2-out walk. Here comes Dylan Lutz to the plate. So 2 walks have come back to hurt Jeff Mack.
Third baseman number 5, Dylan Lutz.
4 walks on the afternoon for Jeff Mack. I don't see anybody getting loose down in the Maple Mountain bullpen. And now Dylan Lutz will come to the plate. Lutz was one of those men who drew a walk back in the 2nd inning. He also popped up to Tyson Ellis to end the 4th inning. Pitch comes in. There's a called strike, and it's 0-1. So a big situation here for Jeff Mack, trying to work himself out of the jam here. Tanner Manning, the runner, over at third. Tyson Ellis is going to hold the runner on. There's a breaking ball, called strike on the outside corner, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. So Jeff Mack 1 strike away from getting out of the jam. Runners get their lead on the corners here. 2-0 Golden Eagles. The pitch high with the fastball. It's 1-2. The leading run right now, Dylan Lutz at the plate for Payson. Stetson Cade, the starting pitcher for the Lions, in the on-deck circle if the inning should continue. Takes a long look in, time called here. Looks like some dark clouds get ready to move out of the north. Pickoff move, back standing is Haveron. Runners get their leads here on at first and third. 1 ball and 2 strikes, the count, ready to go. The pitch on its way, swung out, popped up. Roberts will give it a look, but it will go foul, and will get set once again with a 1-2 pitch.
You saw Mack eyeing first base. He knows Haveron's not the fastest guy, and he may be able to get him on a pickoff if the leadoff's just big enough. I
kind of wondered here in a sense if maybe they wouldn't take a chance and try to and send the runner here with Manning's good speed. That one blocked in the dirt, and the count will even up at 2-2. With Tanner Manning's good speed at third, Bailey Roberts would have to either hold on to the baseball or make a great throw down to second, and if he doesn't get Haveron, Tanner Manning probably would score or have a good opportunity to score. Most likely Roberts would probably just hold on to the baseball. The pitch on its way, swung on. That ball's hit well by Lutz out in the left field. Going back, and Quinn Green makes the catch, and the side is retired. But once again, Payson leaves a couple of men on base here in the 6th inning. A couple of guys get on via the walk. Great pitching performance from Jeff Mack today. And let's take a moment here to thank our sponsors for making this broadcast possible here on the Spanish Fork Community Network.
Now we'll go ahead and thank SFC and Spanish Fork Community Network, who is built for speed, 2 Jacks Pizza, MVP Sports, who helps us pick an MVP at the end of each game, Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, Lance Wilson State Farm, and of course, the Car Guys.
So we want to also remind people this game isn't just viewable on your TV set on Spanish Fork 17 or Spanish Fork Channel 16. You can see this one, I believe, on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Spanish Fork 17. You can also see this live stream on sfcn.org. So we thank everyone for making us a part of your Wednesday afternoon.
I knew you'd get it.
I was trying to think here.
Yeah.
Trying to make sure. I almost said Thursday, but I'm like, wait a second here. I think that's just because generally we were supposed to be here for a Thursday game against Payson. So, bottom of the 6th inning, 7-8-9 coming up. Wes Childs, Tito Dennison, Quinn Green due up. This part of the lineup has 6 strikeouts and 7 at-bats. So Wes Childs is 0 for 2. He's gone down on strikes twice today. Stetson K, outside of the 2 runs, has pitched really, really well throughout the day. He has 6 strikeouts through 5. Has done a great job. Here comes Wes Childs. Ready to go. The line, the delivery comes in. That pitch swung on, grounded right to short. Fielded cleanly by Tanner Manning. His throw across the diamond in time. 1 pitch and 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. So with 1 down, Tito Dennison will come to the plate. Dennison has a single in the 2nd and then went down on strikes back in the 4th inning. Ready to go. The line, the delivery comes in. Dennison takes that one, a called strike right on the inside corner, and it's 0-1.
Golden Eagles would like to extend their lead here so they don't have to just rely on their defense to pull them through.
Breaking ball sits right on the outside corner. It's 0-2. Stetson K has done a great job. 3 pitches. He has an out and 2 strikes. K ready to go. Once again, the 0-2 pitch. Dennison swings, hits that one right to Tanner Manning. In through the glove of Tanner Manning into the outfield. And so Dennison is on in what I would only assume is going to be ruled an error against Tanner Manning. And now that brings up Quinn Green. That's the first error against the Payson Lions. And we're going to actually not have Quinn Green. We're going to have Caden Beal, number 23, to pitch hit. So Caden Beal, number 23, will pinch hit here for Green. Beal came in to pinch hit late in the ball game against Dixie on Friday. Green grounded into a fielder's choice. He hits that one right back up through the middle into center field for a base hit, and Maple Mountain's looking for another insurance run here. A 1-out single by Caden Beal, and now back to the top of the lineup, and here comes Bailey Roberts. And then past Roberts, you have to deal with Jaron Hall, Sam Moore, and Cade Polson.
That's the scary part. These 2 guys coming up big for Maple Mountain, and then behind them you have the scariest part if you're Payson looking.
So you're going to have a courtesy runner come in here. They're going to pull out Caden Beal, and I'm trying to see here. I want to say that that's Carter Shaw running. The Maple Mountain uniforms today, they don't have numbers on both the front and the back. So unlike Payson, where you can see Stetson K's number 3 on the front of his jersey, it's just on the back. Breaking ball in there just about thigh high for a called strike to Bailey Roberts, and it's 0-1. So we'll get the runner once we know who's running over at first for Caden Beal. Pitch comes in, that one's low. Snap throw down to first, and getting back safely underneath that tag, and it is number 25, Carter Shaw, is running over for Beal over at first.
Nice form there on Shaw's slide, otherwise he may have been tagged out there.
Gary Minor looking for, I believe, that extra run of insurance here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Maple Mountain had the lead going into the game on Friday, going into that 7th inning, but then had a hard time getting it going. That one misses for a ball, and the count's 2 balls and a strike on Bailey Roberts. And then all of a sudden, Dixie comes back and ties the game in the top of the 7th inning, and we played 9 on Friday. Pitch on the way. That one's going to be swung on by Roberts and fouled. That's going to head over by the soccer field here, and the count will go to 2-2. Tito Dennison, the runner over at first base, reached on an error. And then Caden Beal had a single, and then Carter Shaw came in to run. Roberts makes contact, fouls that one away, and the count will stay 2-2. The Roberts there just kind of shortened his swing, made contact, and fouled it away. A good 2-strike approach to just shorten your swing and see if you can't get it to go. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That pitch's going to be hit into right center field, coming on strong. Reaching up is Dustin. He'll make the play for the 2nd out of the inning.
Roberts flies out to the right fielder.
So with 2 outs, here's Jaron Hall coming to the plate. Hall, a pair of walks, a run scored, and then we'll pop out to the catcher. Coming up there, as you see into the Maple Mountain dugout there a little bit. So here comes Jaron Hall. Hall would love it to gap one right here, as Dustin in right field's playing pretty deep out in the right center field gap. One down the line here would clear the bases. Good block once again by Caden Armstrong. It's 1 ball and no strikes to count. Hall will play football at BYU following a 2-year church mission. The 1-0 pitch comes. That one high and tight balls too. It's 2 balls and no strikes. They count here on Hall. Looking to the top of the 7th inning, it's going to be Stetson K, Ryan Dustin, and Hagen Thomas, 6, 7, and 8 coming up for Payson. Ready to go. Hall swings, hits that one right to short. Manning is there. He's going to throw across the diamond in time to get Jaron Hall, and the side is retired. So the Golden Eagles once again strand 2 base runners, and at the end of 6 complete, it's Maple Mountain 2, Payson nothing. Last chance for the Lions. They need 2 to tie, 3 for the lead. Can the Lions tie this one up? We'll find out after the break here on Spanish Fork 17 and Spanish Fork 16.
MVP Sports is the #1 source for sporting goods in Spanish Fork. Football, soccer, all the fall sports, we've got you covered. Check out our new custom t-shirt builder. Design at home and we'll build it for you. MVP Sports, 72 North Main in Spanish Fork. Need a new car or truck? The Car Guys has the best selection of used vehicles at the best prices in Spanish Fork. The Car Guys know their automobiles to get you the best car for your needs and your budget. The Car Guys at 872 North Main in Spanish Fork.
Rest easy. State Farm agent Lance Wilson is there for you. Call 801-798-9288 today for the service you deserve.
You know Triple T Heating and Cooling, but did you know that Triple T does plumbing? From tankless hot water, soft water, and reverse osmosis drinking water systems, right down to that leaky faucet. Triple T sure does plumbing. Call Triple T at 801-798-7711 today.
Welcome to Two Jacks Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to Two Jacks Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork, or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet?
Stetson K.
Top of the 7th inning here at Maple Mountain High School. Stetson K will stand in, ready to go, as it will be Stetson K, Ryan Dustin, Hagen Thomas coming up. The Payson Lions needing a couple of runs, and the first pitch is a called strike from Jeff Mack. And what a pitching performance today from Jeff Mack. He's only allowed 2 hits through 6 innings of work. Ready to go. The 0-1 pitch bounces in there for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Mack was our MVP Sports MVP of the game on Friday, as he pitched a very good 4 innings against the Dixie Flyers. We'll see who the MVP is named today. That one's right back to Mack. He'll field it cleanly, throws to first in time for the first out of the 7th inning.
Boy, Mack has been clutch on the mound today, and a great heads-up play by him, knowing the time that he had, and makes the play easily.
So here comes Ryan Dustin. Dustin is 1 for 2. He flew out to left field back in the 2nd inning, had a single back in the 5th, and then got stranded on the base path. Stetson K not happy with that last at bat as he came back over. He slammed his bat against the grass before he got into the dugout. Ready to go. Mack gets ready to come home. First pitch. Strike. It looks like they're going to say that Ryan Dustin couldn't hold up on the check swing, and it's going to be no balls and a strike to count. I don't know. The 0-1 pitch about to come. That one blocked in the dirt. A good stop by Roberts, but with nobody on base, it doesn't. Not a huge deal even if you let that one get to the backstop there. It'll be even the count up at 1-1. I always say, though, it's a good thing to practice when nobody's on base, keeping that in front of you. So it's a kind of a habit, so to speak, before anything else. Ready to go, the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball swung on and hit up the middle. Going to be a tough play. Getting there is Childs. He throws over to first. Got him. Dustin with good speed down the base pass, but a good throw from Childs gets him. And Payson's down to their final out as Hagen Thomas will come to the plate.
Childs, nice build, and he relied on that strength to get it all the way to first on a rope there.
Thomas grounded out to third, and he popped out to short on the afternoon. And Thomas will stand in. Payson just trying to extend the ball game. If they do, Pierce Hansen in the on-deck circle would come up. Thomas ready to go here. Stands in here from the right side. Jeff Mack takes a good look in. Gets the sign from Roberts and comes home. Breaking ball, and that one missed. It looks like Thomas just trying to, looks like, I don't know if he thought that pitch was coming inside. That first foot kind of started to go out of the batter's box, but it missed away. 1-0 pitch. Thomas swings, hits that one, line drive, and it's going to be a base hit into left field. So Thomas is aboard, which will bring the tying run and Pierce Hansen to the plate. We'll see here if we may not see a pinch runner coming in, but they're going to keep Thomas in. So here's Pierce Hansen, and really the guy on deck and Tanner Manning. If you're Payson, that's really who you want to get up in this situation. Hansen has struck out and popped out, and now we're going to have a visit out to the mound here with Jeff Mack. I don't see any action going on in the Maple Mountain bullpen, just right to their dugout, kind of by the batting cages. In fact, I might be wrong. I think I just saw Gary Minor just take a peek down there, so I could be wrong. It's kind of hidden back there in the Maple Mountain bullpen. And there is somebody warming up down there. I just saw the catcher up there, so some action will get going here. Here's Pierce Hansen. Hansen, a strikeout and a pop out on the day. This is really where you want to see guys finish the ball game pretty well. That one swung on, grounded to short. Here's Cade Polson. He'll throw over to first, and it's in time, and the ball game is over. So a nice win today for the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles. They defeat Payson 2-0. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll wrap this one up, our final thoughts, and we'll have the MVP Sports MVP of the game here on Spanish 417.
MVP Sports is the #1 source for sporting goods in Spanish Fork. Football, soccer, all the fall sports, we've got you covered. Check out our new custom t-shirt builder. Design at home and we'll build it for you. MVP Sports, 72 North Main in Spanish Fork. Need a new car or truck? The Car Guys has the best selection of used vehicles at the best prices in Spanish Fork. The Car Guys know their automobiles to get you the best car for your needs and your budget. The Car Guys at 872 North Main in Spanish Fork.
Rest easy. State Farm agent Lance Wilson is there for you. Call 801-798-9288 today for the service you deserve.
You know Triple T Heating and Cooling, but did you know that Triple T does plumbing? From tankless hot water, soft water, and reverse osmosis drinking water systems, right down to that leaky faucet. Triple T sure does plumbing. Call Triple T at 801-798-7711 today.
Hi, welcome to Two Jacks Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to Two Jacks Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet?
Well, today the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles come out on top 2-0 over the Payson Lions. The Golden Eagles using a run in the first and then a run in the fifth to come out on top today 2-0. Ryan Pickens and Freddie Woods here at Maple Mountain High School. We wrap this one up. A very happy bunch of Golden Eagles to get that bad taste out of their mouth from the loss on Friday to Dixie. Maple Mountain now moves to 1-0 in Region 8 right now, and by virtue of I believe one of the only games today, they'll be probably in a tie for first place. I take that back, there were a couple of other games to be played. But Freddie, you really take a look at this. I mean, great pitching all the way around for Maple Mountain, and they got enough offense today to really make the difference.
Yeah, that's something they've relied on thus far. As their pitching staff is very deep. They bring back a lot of talent, and something you've got to love if you're Maple Mountain is seeing other guys, younger guys, step up today. Not just Jaron Hall, Cade Polson, and Sam Moore, but you've got younger guys making plays, and that's something you want to see, because the identity of this team thus far has been, the big three, those three guys making plays and leading their team. But I think if you're Gary Minor, you're very pleased with the overall contribution of the team today.
And we saw a great pitching performance on Friday from Jeff Mack, and he really kind of stepped up. Today we see a complete game. We see him only allow a couple of hits throughout this ball game. He allowed a hit in the 5th and a hit in the 4th. Anytime Payson got guys on base, it seemed like he just started to pitch better.
Yeah, indeed. And I think going forward, Maple Mountain is going to ride this one. They learned a lot today, and I think it was important for them that they started off strong. They didn't get in a hole, and that was largely thanks to Jeff Mack.
So we have an MVP Sports MVP of the game to give out, and Freddie, I did it last time. I'll let you do it today.
All right, I just mentioned him. We wanted someone new, but you know what? You can't take today away from Jeff Mack. Jeff Mack earned the MVP, doing it all from the mound and making a lot of plays for his team, and he's been pretty consistent this season, but today especially he earned the MVP.
And that's a very big start, like you said, Freddie. A 2-0 win today for Maple Mountain. The Golden Eagles back in action tomorrow. Supposed to be a 3:30 first pitch down at Payson. We'll have that game for you here on Spanish Fork 17 or Spanish Fork 16 as well. One of those two tomorrow from Payson, hopefully. Stay tuned. We'll try to keep you updated as best we can if the location changes. But right now, playing on 3:30 tomorrow at Payson, where Maple Mountain will be back in action taking on the Lions. Tonight, our final score, 2-0 in favor of Maple Mountain for our entire Spanish Fork Community Network team. For my partner, Freddie Woods, I'm Ryan Pickens saying so long until tomorrow at Payson.